Well, hello, friends, and welcome to exciting girls basketball action here at Charger Arena. It's homecoming 2026. We have the visiting Warriors of West Michigan Christian coming in with a record of 6-4, and the hometown Chargers of Covenant Christian 10-0, ranked number 1 in Division II. Exciting night ahead of us for Dan Kuiper next to me. I'm Kyle Brunigi, and Dan, 10-0 means they've won 10 in a row. That's a 10-game winning streak. That's pretty exciting.
That's incredibly exciting. This is a group of girls who have come in dedicated to the game of basketball, have played incredibly hard, worked together, very talented group. And, you know, the challenge when you're 10-0 is to keep that momentum going. You know, it can be easy to settle in a little bit, think you've got it all figured out, but I think that I got to think that Coach Kaptein has been talking to these girls about tournament. So you're halfway through the season, the tournament's coming. There's going to be some really tough competition already in the district that they're going to see. So if they have that mentality, which I think this group does, if they've got that mentality and they can just keep building towards the end of the season and into the postseason, they can really make a run in Division II.
The varsity girls have had a really tough stretch, some really tough competition. Nothing's come easy this season. And to come into homecoming with an undefeated season is really exciting. And Dan, we got a great atmosphere. You and I have been around a few homecomings here, and we got the pep band under the direction of Mr. Matt Elzinga. We've got a packed student section, full house. Does it get any better than this?
It really doesn't. I mean, this is what it's all about right here. These girls have been looking forward to this. The guys a little bit later on. When you get that student section, they take up a quarter of the gym. They're going to be loud. They're going to be excited. And this is going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Well, we're going to get Coach Doug Kaptein in here, and we're going to ask him some questions. And Coach Kaptein, we're just talking about, can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just talking about undefeated season, pretty decent ranking in Division II. We got homecoming 2026. We got the pep band. This is pretty fun, isn't it?
This is an atmosphere that we dream of right here. There's nothing like it. We've been away since Christmas, so this is nice to be back in front of fans like this. Full house, student body, pep band. We don't get that very often, so excited to be back.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, this is a great atmosphere. Excited to see these girls play. A West Michigan team that they saw earlier this year. You guys came out with a victory, about a 20-point victory in that game. What are you looking to see from them tonight? What are the keys of the game for you guys offensively and defensively?
Offensively, we have to just take care of the ball. I think we were very scrappy or sporadic last time. They play hard. They play different defenses, and we got to adjust to that. So, yeah, it's just like anything. We play hard all the game, and that's a big key. We've got a lot of energy tonight.
And it's homecoming, so, you know, a lot of activities with the girls this week. A lot of stuff going on. You know, you find that getting them to settle into the game can be a little difficult.
Yeah. Practice yesterday, it was a lot of giggles, and you kind of roll with it. You know, we're in the middle of the grind that they call the January, February grind, and, you know, you got to let them be kids too. So, yeah, we let them giggle, but we had a great practice yesterday. They were all engaged, and that's part of this team. They are together. Yeah. They want everybody to succeed. So,
yeah, and that's neat to see and neat to hear.
Yes.
When you get a group like that they care about each other,
Yes.
they care about the game. I see them out there with the third graders.
Yep.
They do a great job with those young kids.
Yeah, watching them in an environment like that is really cool. A lot of these fans don't get to see it. You know, just having a team meal with them, engaging with them in the locker room, you know, just making them feel like they're heroes, like they are. So, yeah, it should be fun.
Well, we're really excited to watch your girls tonight, Doug, and we look forward to ending the night with an 11-0 record.
We're going to give it our best shot, one game at a time,
You
right?
betcha.
Every
That's
coach says it?
That's right.
Very
That's
good.
right.
Thank you,
All right.
guys.
Yep,
Enjoy
you
what
bet.
you do.
Good luck, Coach. Well, Coach Kaptein hoping to keep the streak going. tonight versus the West Michigan Christian Warriors. We've seen this school and this gym a few times over the years. They're always well coached, scrappy boys and girls. So we definitely expect a great effort out of them.
Yeah, and they're old River Valley Conference rivals. So we they enjoy playing one another, and you know that you're going to get a good game anytime West Michigan comes into this gym. And you look at West Michigan's record. They've fared okay at home, but I feel like they've been some road warriors. So we're going to see once what they can bring here to the Charger Arena tonight.
Well, folks, we got a great atmosphere ahead. Packed house, great matchup. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back for national anthem and starting lineups, and we'll get ready to go.
Good evening, everyone. We want to welcome you to Covenant Christian High School for Homecoming 2026. We extend a special warm welcome to the class of 2009 who are with us here tonight. And now for this varsity girls basketball game, we welcome the Warriors of Western Michigan Christian as they play your Chargers of Covenant Christian High. At this time, we want to introduce the starting lineup, first of all, for the Warriors. Starting at guard, the senior, number 10, Casey Falkema. At guard, a sophomore, number 11, Hannah Hoffman. At guard, a sophomore, number 12, Lady Postema. At forward, a junior, number 13, Madeline Seitzma. And at forward, a sophomore, number 22, Maddie Folkma. The Warriors are coached by Tyler Ray, assisted by Christina Martini. And now for your Covenant Christian Chargers. Starting at guard, she's the 5'5" senior. She's number 4, Morgan Vanderstel. At guard, she's 5'8". She's a senior. Number 14, Sam Mueller. At guard, a 5'7" junior. She's number 21, Mariah Vanilla. And then forward, She's a senior. She's 5'8". She's number 22, Annika Brower. And then forward, she's a 5'9" senior. She's number 32, Brooklyn Muhlenberg.
All righty, we got a great matchup here. The Warriors of West Michigan Christian and the Chargers of Covenant Christian. Starting for the Warriors, Casey Folkema, Hannah Hovman, Lainey Postema, Madeline Seitzma, and Maddie Folkema, Coach Tyler Ray. And for the hometown Chargers, Morgan Vanderschaff, Sam Muhlenberg, Mariah Van Overloop, Annika Brower, and Brooklyn Muhlenberg. And you know Coach Kaptein, we talked to him earlier. A great atmosphere for these girls. And off that tip, it's going to be Warrior basketball. It'll be interesting to watch the Chargers, Dan, at the outset of this game with this kind of atmosphere. How are they going to respond? How loose are they going to play? Sometimes it takes a few minutes. Good steal there. Here comes senior Vanderschaff. It's going to be Mariah Van Overloop from the top of the key. That looked pretty good.
That's a good start.
3 points Covenant Christian, and they're on the board first.
Looks like it's going to be good, scrappy, tough man-to-man defense from the Chargers here right off the get-go.
That was Folkema with the miss. And here's an overload. Thought about it. Over to Sam Muhlenberg. Also a sharp shooter for the Chargers.
Yeah, and facing a 2-3 zone.
Excellent dump down to Brower. She was caught under the basket. Folkema with a nice pass over to her sister. Foul's going to be on Annika Brower. First foul of the game.
22, Annika Brower.
And the Warriors will take the basketball into the basket. Good patience by West Michigan Christian, trying to get a good shot here. Folkema down to Seitzma. And that ball's off the hands of Hovman. It's another turnover by the Warriors. Here's Muhlenberg. She's ready to shoot it. Just off the mark, short.
That's a good shot. You want, from the Chargers' perspective, if you can move the ball around inside out and get a wide open three-point shot for Sam Muhlenberg, you'll take that.
Chargers want to see her get a couple to go down. She can really fill it up. That pass by Postma off the mark, knocked away by Brower, will stay with the Warriors. Almost a steal by Vanderschaff. And great steal by Van Overloop. Starts the transition break. Here's Vanderschaff from the top of the key. That's off the mark. It's going to be a travel on Folkema as she had the rebound. Chargers have gotten some good looks on offense here to start this game.
There's another one, just doesn't want to drop.
The ball thought about it. Now this has been overloaded. She's going to be fouled on the floor by Seitzma.
Foul on the Warriors at number 13.
And that will be the Warriors' first foul of the game. Checking into the game are Sarah and Jenna DeVries, twin sisters. That's a nice screen for Sam. She thought about it. That's going to go down to Jenna. Over to her sister Sarah for two.
Sarah DeVries for two.
Almost another travel
Looked like a travel.
by Folkema.
Folkema gets a lot of attention every time she touches the ball. Good ball player, just a sophomore
Yep.
for the Warriors.
Very active defense by the Chargers to start this game. They've gotten their hand on a few passes. And that ball will stay with West Michigan Christian. Ayla Halsteg's going to check in for the Chargers. It's Postma with a dump down, stolen by Van Overloop. Now here comes Muhlenberg over to the corner. Van Overloop for three. Yes! That's Mariah's second three of the first quarter. 8-0 Chargers. That's a nice pass from Postma off the mark. The follow off the mark too. Just can't buy a bucket, man.
The Warriors have had a couple nice shots right at the rim. Can't get them to drop.
That pass by Halsteg stolen by Folkema to the bucket. They're going to call that on the floor.
Going to be called on the Chargers on number 3, Ayla Holstein, her first, team second.
Coach Ray pleading to shoot a free throw there, but they call it on the floor. And so it's stolen by Van Overloop again. She's going to dump it to Halsteg. Got it too deep there. Over to Sarah DeVries for three. And that's going to lead to a held ball. This is Jenna. Off the glass, good.
Nice inbounds play there. Just a little slip to the weak side.
That's a nice pass from Postma. Sarah DeVries with the rebound. Here's Muhlenberg to Van Overloop. Now Sarah from the baseline. Nothing but net. Great minutes already for Sarah and Jenna DeVries. Pushes the lead up to 12. Well, if we thought about how the Lady Chargers would come out, Dan,
Yeah,
and how loose they'd play, I think they're playing pretty confident right now.
Playing incredibly well. Coach Kaptime's got to be pleased defensively with the effort down here and then just getting what they want on the offensive end at this point. Coach Kaptime talked about how the Warriors will switch it up. A little bit of a three-quarter court 1-3-1 zone. Looking to trap there for the Warriors.
Senior Jaden Westro's checked into the game. Muhlenberg off the mark. Postma, nice bounce pass. It's turned away by Jenna DeVries. So the Warriors still scoreless, approaching a minute and a half left first quarter. That's Folkema off the mark. And off the mitts, we have another held ball. Stay with West Michigan Christian. Senior Brooklyn Muhlenberg checking in. Brower back in the game.
The Warriors are going to have to generate some offense over here. They've really struggled. They've had a few nice offensive possessions where they got what they wanted, but not a whole lot. There's a whole, a lot of possessions that the offense isn't executing like I'm sure they would like to see. And they're missing a couple players tonight. We don't know exactly how many minutes those players typically see, but certainly 3 players missing from the Warriors varsity team tonight.
That can sometimes affect a team at this point in the season. That pass by Vanderschaff was knocked away, and then a traveling violation. And it will go back to the Chargers. Nice to see a full student section tonight.
On their feet.
A lot of black and gold up there. Nice to see such a great crowd supporting the Chargers. And now this is going to be Folkema for the first Warrior points. Nice pass down low. Now Halstead back to Vanderschaff. Halstead will shoot. Short. Wester tried to save it, goes out of bounds. 19.1 on the clock. 10-point lead.
Warriors will hold for 1, I would imagine.
That was a good strong move by Folkema. And that concludes the first quarter of action. Chargers 12, Warriors 2. Became very clear, Dan, that Maddie Folkema is the center of attention for the Warriors. The offense flows through her. If she can get it going, they can get back in this game.
Yeah, that's what it's going to take is for her to put a few points on the board and create some offense for the Warriors. The problem right now is that is who the offense is running through, and the Chargers have seen the Warriors before and seen Maddie, and they know that they've got to give a lot of attention to her defensively. So that's going to be a challenge for the Warriors offensively, but we'll see if they can get it going. Like we said, there's a few possessions where they really executed well. They're going to have to do that more effectively here in the second quarter. From the Chargers' perspective, a great start. Getting the shots that they want. A few turnovers, maybe a few more turnovers than Coach Kaptein would like to see. But for the most part there in the first quarter, executed well offensively, got the shots they wanted. Not everything dropped, but they got a couple 3-point shots to drop and a few baskets right there at the basket underneath. So well executed both offensively and defensively for the Chargers here to start the game.
As we start the second quarter, we want to recognize our good friends at the Holst Jepson Physical Therapy Center and our very own Abby Miedema. Thankful for all the work they do for our Charger athletes. Warrior basketball here, stolen by Muhlenberg. Not the possession they wanted to start the quarter. It's going to go down to Brooklyn. She loses her footing. She's going to be called for a travel.
Chargers have played good defense, had active hands throughout the first quarter.
Warriors trying to generate offense by dribble, and then a lot of handoffs, which can be effective, but like you said, the Chargers have been very good at making things difficult. That's Brooklyn Muhlenberg makes up for the last possession with a nice two-pointer there. It's always nice for a senior to score on homecoming night, right, Dan?
No doubt about it. You like to get the seniors involved whenever you can, but homecoming night, you want to see them putting some points on the board, making some plays.
It's been overlope to Muhlenberg.
Good ball movement.
Great pass to Van Overlope for two. Fills it up. Great start for Mariah Van Overlope shooting the basketball.
8 points, 8 out of the 16 on the board for Covenant are from Mariah.
That's 50%, Dan.
That is a fact.
Brooklyn Muhlenberg just takes the ball away from Folkema. Okay, here we go for an overlope. You'd think that the Warriors want to identify her.
Yeah, you got to
got a little confused there in their defense.
And that's part of the problem. Turnovers, you're trying to scramble in transition, pick up, and that's where you miss a player every once in a while.
That ball's off Brower. First minutes now for junior Maddie Schimmel and senior Marissa Van Overlope. That was Seitzma in the lane who lost her footing and called for a traveling violation. It's going to be Maddie Schimmel for two.
The Warriors have brought that 1-3-1, three-quarter court 1-3-1 trap, but Covenant's done just a really nice job of passing the ball, moving the ball up the floor, and it just hasn't really affected the Chargers at this point.
Schimmel to Muhlenberg, top of the key, off the heel, rebound by Brower. Van Overlope to Marissa Van Overlope. Mariah off the mark. Again, offense has been run very well by the Chargers. Very unselfish, which Coach Kaptein always likes to see.
He talked about how this team enjoys playing together, and we can get a sense for that tonight.
Number 22 for three, Maddie Folkema.
That was Maddie Folkema, the sophomore.
Timeout called by
With
the
the
Warriors. A full timeout.
Well, the Warriors have 5 on the board, and Maddie Folkema has scored 5. You're pretty good with percentages.
100.
Nailed it again.
I wanted to make sure I was prepared tonight. Did some mental math exercises.
That's an important part of preparation for a broadcast, is just to get out those flashcards, run through them once or twice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We need more of that in this country. More
Yeah.
mental math.
You know what? You got that student section over there right now, just sitting, looking for something to do. Wouldn't it be something if we could get some posters that are just big
flashcards.
Flashcards.
Yep. A little
Have these-
competition.
I think that would be incredible.
I think that'd be a great homecoming game. Instead of laying the academics aside at lunch, let's bring the two together.
Yeah.
Maybe some
I do like
friendly
that.
competition between the classes with
Yeah. It sounds like
Times
this
tables?
year there was some of that. There's Homophone Day. The kids are learning.
we missed that one.
Yeah, I thought that it's coming
Monday,
back.
Monday.
All
Monday
right,
it's coming
you can't
back.
you can't leave out Homophone Day.
No. Yep. Yep. I'm sure the kids will come up with some great stuff on Monday. Did you have to look up what a homophone was when you saw it was Homophone Day? Or do you know your...
I had a pretty
Pretty
good
good
memory.
idea.
I had a pretty good idea.
We have several of our viewers Googling it right now. Here's Volkema right to the rim. She's fouled by Muhlenberg, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Good strong take there from Volkema. It's been a cleanly played game. Not a whole lot of fouls here. Of course, I usually have fewer fouls in my book than there are actually have happened in the game. But
We have to wear a lot of hats, don't we?
It's the truth. We do the best we can.
Hang on a second. That free throw off the mark. Schimmel corrals down to Jenna DeVries. Up strong. Remarked earlier, but really nice to see the unselfish basketball by the Lady Chargers tonight.
Yeah, pass up a good shot to get a better one. That's you love to see that as a coach.
Here comes Mariah Van Overloop to Muhlenberg to Schimmel. Great pass to Marissa Van Overloop. Just bounced out. Tries to get her own rebound. That's going to be a held ball. So Charger basketball, Muhlenberg to inbound to Jenna DeVries. That's Sarah on the baseline. Chargers up 14, 2.5 to play, first half.
Giving up nothing easy down on this end. Everything's challenged. Even that shot there, tough shot for Maddie Volkema going to the rim.
Nice shot fake by DeVries off the mark. Her sister rebounds and puts it in. That's what sisters are for, right?
Good teamwork. The Warriors are playing offense a long ways away from the hoop. They're going to have to try to generate something easy. They just have not been able to do it against this smothering defense.
Here's Sarah to Jenna. Misses the layup. There's Volkema. for three.
Number 22 for three, Maddie Folkema.
She's got 9 points on the night.
Sarah DeVries rebounds.
Oh, get a
Western
cut that away.
had it there, didn't they?
They did.
Vanderscaff off the Halsteg rebound. Short. Under a minute to play. 13-point lead for the Chargers. Warriors hoping to cut into that lead. And that's going to be a foul on Ayla Halsteg.
Number 3, Ayla Halsteg, her second.
It's going to be the second team foul. Good box
good.
out by Westra. That was a Dan Kuiper box
That was
out.
an excellent box out. I don't know about that, but really well done.
I bet those are your favorite drills in high school. Box out drills.
You know,
that's all you wanted to do.
the box out drills
Shooting
are about
is for
the
the
worst drill you can do. I did have to make something happen on defense because I could hardly shoot a basketball. So it was, I had to play defensively in order to get in the game. So I did have to box out every once in a while.
As time expires, that was Jenna with a heave ho. That's going to be off the mark, and that's how the first half's going to end. Chargers of Covenant Christian 22, Warriors of West Michigan Christian 9, and as you pointed out, those 9 points coming from sophomore
All right, listen up, everybody.
Maddie
This year,
Folkema.
the Student Council of Covenant Christian is raising money for the Grace Foster Home.
Well, we hope you enjoy a little
in
break from
Vellore,
the action here,
Indiana.
and well, it's probably a good time to get a snack.
I
Bowl
love
ice
when you
cream, maybe?
implore the audience to go get a snack. America's favorite pastime, snacking.
Too much sometimes.
Maybe a bit too much, but
All right, we're going to
Yeah.
step aside, and we'll be back for the second half.
If you have $1 in your pocket, you are wanted at center court. Don't forget, we're shooting for a good cause. It's Grace Foster Home in Vellore, India. We have 30 seconds left to shoot. But the good part about this is that we're going to do it again during the boys varsity game as well. It'll be Warriors basketball. We begin the second half.
We are about ready to start the second half. The 10-0 Lady Chargers, number 1 in Division II, looking to extend their winning streak to 11. They've got 16 minutes of solid basketball to get that done. The Warriors will start with the ball. Down 13. Here's sophomore Folkema trying to get the ball down to Hovman. That's going to be our first jump ball of the second half. But you know what we have not had, Dan?
We haven't had trivia, and I'm
well, not that.
We're not having trivia?
We are. But we haven't had any strap balls.
We have not this game. And we kept trying. The interesting thing was, we usually get quite a few, and the other night when we finally started tracking them, only one of them was called, although I think unofficially there were 2.
I think you're correct. But you know what? Let's just do some trivia right now. Are you ready for that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I wanted to take a little trip down memory lane. And the trivia tonight is regarding the Lady Chargers. And the question is pretty simple. What year did the Covenant girls play in the state finals? 1 appearance. What year did the Chargers play in the state finals? Answer forthcoming.
If you're in the gym, which I'm sure there's many people in the gym still listening to us on this broadcast.
Absolutely. They tell us that all the time.
You know, you have to get that one right if you're in the gym.
Correct.
So it's right on the wall.
That's Muhlenberg long on the 3 from the corner. Here comes Folkema looking to attack. Spins, left hand, off the back iron. Rebound Muhlenberg to an overlope. Nice shot by Brower. They've had a couple just right there. That's Van Overloop with the rebound.
To Mariah Van Overloop.
That's 2 more for Mariah. And that's a steal by Mariah. She's had an excellent game on both ends of the court. That gives her 12 for the night. Probably 4 or 5 steals.
Chargers have had quite a few steals, lots of tipped passes down here defensively.
Folkema running right into Muhlenberg.
I thought maybe Muhlenberg got there, maybe a half a step late.
It's going to be a blocking foul on Muhlenberg, and that's going to send Folkema to the free throw line for 2. Well, of course, the trivia answer, like you said, is staring right at you. I'm sure that the guesses are streaming in as we speak.
I got one guess in from my wife.
All right.
Who's at home tuning in. And she's in the ballpark. She's got to settle on one.
1992 is the correct answer. It was actually the 92-93 school year. The girls' basketball season was in the fall. 92. I was at that game. They lost in the final game to Auburn Hills, Oakland Hills.
Score?
At
Do you have a score?
50-something to 30-something. That was at Kellogg Arena down in Battle Creek,
Yeah.
1992.
The DeVries twins
Mother
had a
was on
mom
that-
who was on that team.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yep. She was a big part of that team that made that run. Here's Volkema. To Postma. Rebound Muhlenberg. There's Westra. Nice lob pass to DeVries. Jenna. Well, the Chargers are looking to go to 11-0, and that year, the Lady Chargers record was 12-8 going into the tournament.
Must have played some good stiff competition during the regular season, prepared them well for that tournament. That goes to show you that, you know, what we talked about earlier before this game started, when you're, there's Mariah filling it up again.
Right in front of the student section.
But
That's Vanoverlo off the steal. Finish your point, Dan.
this Charger team is incredibly talented, and they work hard. They play well together. But you've got to be laser focused come tournament time, and Coach Kaptein knows that, which is why he continues to talk to these girls about improving over the course of the season. It's got to be improvement every single day. And that's what they're working towards right now.
March is when you want to play your best basketball. That's a nice rebound by Sarah DeVries. That's going to lead to a timeout, 30-second. And by the way, if I can just add to the numbers here, Dan, that year was their 7th consecutive district title in '92. 7th consecutive. So they had a streak that went back to the 80s. So Covenant Christian has a pretty good history in women's basketball, and you know that as well. Taking a team to the quarters a few years back.
That was a few years back. It's amazing. That's 10 years ago already, since I was coaching the varsity team here, which was a ton of fun. I get a little bit jealous of Coach Kaptein and the work that he's doing with this team right now, but he's doing a great job having fun with it, and these kids are playing really well.
We're at the halfway mark of the third quarter. The Chargers have pushed their halftime lead of 13 up to 21. So that's quite a deficit for the Warriors, but they got to get some quality offensive possessions here to try to cut into this lead before the quarter ends. That's another Charger steal. It's a nice pass to Sarah DeVries. He gives it to Jenna. We've seen them work together a couple times tonight.
Yeah, Jenna's done a nice job of getting position early, establishing that position, and then it's just been great ball movement against that zone.
Shot by Volkema off the mark. And now here's Sarah. Missed at point-blank range. But the Chargers continue to get good shots.
Good quick hands there from Ayla Hallsteg. Something else we've been talking about all night. A lot of tip passes. Getting their hands in on basketballs and disrupting the flow of any offense down here for the Warriors.
Nice steal by Brower. Here's Halsteg from the wing. Gets her own rebound, puts it up, short again. And that was Brower with the offensive rebound. She's going to be fouled by Nuberdor.
Number 25, Nubendorf, her first.
That's going to put senior Annika Brower to the free throw line for 2.
Annika Brower, number 22, shooting for the Chargers.
Coming up next tonight, we've got the Charger boys taking on the Warriors. We're looking forward to double duty tonight, Dan.
We don't get to do this very often. Call 2 games in one night, so a lot of fun when we get the opportunity.
Now with 2.5 to play, Warriors are looking to cut into the 24-point lead. That's going to be a foul on Brower. Her second.
Her second. Team second.
Volkema left hand, very nice.
Nice take.
Maddie Volkema.
She's got 13 points on the night.
Still at 100%. Chargers were on the baseline, so that's going to be Warrior basketball. That's a nice steal by Marissa Van Overloop. Tried to get the ball down to Brower. Here comes Volkema. Right to the bucket for 2.
Number 22, Maddie Volkema.
Boy, the Warriors are glad she showed up tonight.
She's a good ball player. I'm told an even better volleyball player. Got a good strong left hand on the front row in volleyball.
Another turnover by West Michigan Christian. Good hands by Postema to knock it away. So it'll stay with the Chargers. Well, we've seen a nice rotation here of the bench for Covenant Christian. Seen everybody get some good minutes tonight as Muhlenberg takes a 3. Rebound Brower. Now Muhlenberg again. And she drains it. With 40 seconds to go, 38-15.
Good hustle there from Schimmel on the floor.
It's going to be a traveling violation on Vanderstaff. Well, Dan, I'm going to throw this one at you. You got the Lady Chargers on a team bus. The team bus breaks down. Who do you think is going to be able to take charge?
Oh boy.
If you could pick somebody to take charge of the situation, who would it be?
Oh, I got to put some thought into this.
We got time. Yep.
We got a little bit of time
This
to think
isn't
about it. I don't
this
need to
isn't
answer right away.
flashcards, no.
All right.
Well, you can think about it. You've been on a few team buses in your day.
I've driven a few team buses in my day.
You have. You've
So
got your CDL, don't you?
I do. I would hope that if it breaks down.
And sometimes it's cold when you're driving the team bus. So you need somebody to take charge, right?
Sure has.
Okay.
Sure is. Yeah.
That concludes the third quarter. Dan's going to let that simmer.
I'm going to ruminate on that one for a while.
And as he does that, we're going to step aside and gear up for the fourth quarter.
For the class of 2009, you're invited to the lounge for refreshments between the varsity girls and boys games. Class of 2009, refreshments in the lounge between games.
The DeVries twins have checked back in, as well as senior Jaden Westra, looking to build on their 23-point lead. Jenna to Sarah, rolls off, rebound Folkema. One of the twins got that one. Here comes Jenna. Nice bounce pass to Mariah Van Overloop. Can't quite control it. We got a scrum on the floor.
It's nice when one of your post players can steal the ball and then just put the ball on the floor and down the court they go.
Definitely. Possession arrow with the Warriors. Nice ball fake by Postema, can't convert. Great pass by Folkema. At times there's been a lid on the rim for West Michigan Christian.
Oh, I love the CCHS chant.
Great pass from Van Overloop to DeVries.
An assist to the crowd on that one.
Absolutely. Postema, nice move to the bucket, off the mark. Here comes Vanderscaff. Van Overloop for three, in and out. Rebound, Jenna DeVries. Sarah to Jenna, to Mariah. Turned back by Folkema. Good defense by the only Warrior who has scored tonight for West Michigan Christian. That three in and out. Here comes Folkema. Left hand again, short. Rebound, Van Overloop. Warriors still playing hard, both ends of the floor, down 25. Excellent box out by Jenna DeVries.
They're playing hard, they're coaching hard, and that's part of the game is, yeah, you might be losing by quite a few in a game, but every game and every minute of a game is an opportunity to continue to develop and improve as a team.
Warriors on number 13.
The Warriors continue to do that. And from the Chargers' perspective, that's got to be their goal as well. You got 5 minutes to improve in game time here, regardless of what the score is.
That foul was on Seitzma. It's the first foul that either team has committed this quarter. There's Marissa Van Overloop for 2.
Number 24, Marissa Van Overloop.
Nice looking jump shot by Marissa Van Overloop. Pushes the lead to 27. That was a nice looking move.
Number 2, Ellie Ritson for 2.
By Ritson. Steal by Muhlenberg to Westra. And then Folkema working hard to knock it away.
So a broken down bus, you say?
Yeah.
I'm interested to know what you who you would go with. I'm at a loss.
Well,
I look out on the court and I say,
you need a leader.
you got to have a leader, and you got to have somebody who's unselfish and looking out for the good of it. Now, you got a lot of that on this team.
It's a tough decision.
Looking out for each other, but you got to have a leader. And I don't know, maybe it's because of the position I played back in the day. I feel like a point guard, really needs to take leadership of a team.
I thought you might say point guard.
So, I don't know. You got Morgan Vanderschaff out there.
Well, you can't pick 3.
Playing a good.
You can't pick 3.
I can't
pick 1.
I got to just pick one. Okay.
You can't just say point guards.
I can't really. Any of them. Any of them.
Right.
One takes. Okay, I'll go
diplomat.
Morgan
All right.
Vanderschaff.
Morgan Vanderschaff. Good.
Take leadership. She's a senior leader on this squad at the point guard position.
Absolutely.
Who are you going with?
Oh, I think that's a great selection. Morgan Vanderschaff.
Happy birthday today.
Yeah, I would have said if I were to pick a forward, just because we want to be balanced here, I would have gone with Annika Brower.
That's right. We got to have a balanced perspective. I like that.
But you're right. Any of them would do a great job. You need to know when to get off the bus, when to go back on the bus.
That's right.
Some key
Where
decisions.
to find good warmth and shelter if it's a cold winter's night.
Have you ever had a bus break down?
I have had a bus breakdown. We got all the way to the location. This was a tournament game with the boys a few years ago in Kalamazoo. And I did my post-trip inspection, an important part of the bus driving process. And there was a red fluid leaking profusely. A lot of coolant lost. And we had to have a second bus come down and rescue us, and that bus was towed. So it's happened, but we were in a fairly good spot, besides the fact that it was an hour from home.
Cold?
Not cold. In March, fairly warm.
42-17, 3.5 to play. That's going to be out of bounds to the Chargers. And speaking of Morgan Vanderschaff, she checks into the game. She's the bus leader.
I hope if there's a broken down bus at some point that she really steps up and proves me right. But I hope there's not a broken down bus. That would be.
Yeah, we never want
that would be no good.
Those inspections are key.
The pre-trip and post-trip inspection cannot be minimized.
Here's Westra, down to Brooklyn. Tried to get it down to Brower. Here's Postma with a nice pass. And that's going to be a foul on Ayla Holsteg. That's the Chargers' first foul of the quarter.
Ayla Holsteg, third. Beat first.
There's Folkema. Got away with a double dribble, I think.
Tried to force that one up. Good defense by the Chargers to stick with it.
Good patience by the Chargers. Just want to get a good shot here. Up 25. Turnover by Westra. Junior Maddie Schimmel is going to check in for Covenant. Well, the Chargers are looking like they're on their way to an 11-0 mark on the season. Coach Kaptein's got to be very happy with their effort and performance tonight. Very well balanced.
Balanced, focused, executed well, really on both ends.
The Warriors will likely fall to 6-5. Folkema still working hard. She has played a lot of minutes tonight, if not all of them.
I don't know that she's come off the court.
Yeah, she's definitely running out of steam, and that affects your shot underneath. Great pass from Jenna to Sarah.
Number 10, Sarah DeVries.
Rebound Jenna DeVries to Vanderscaff. Well, the Charger Pep Band is gearing up for game number 2. And in that boys action, we're going to have a great atmosphere as well. Charger Arena's filled up nicely tonight. There's Maddie Schimmel from the corner off the mark. Here comes Folkema with a minute to play. For 3. Rebound Halsted. And there's Marissa Van Overloop with another nice jump shot
Nice.
on the baseline.
Yeah, a couple mid-range shots for her that dropped. The timeout just to get a sub, it looks like here.
And we want to recognize Maddie Folkema. She's played this entire game. Done a nice job, both ends.
She's got 15 of the 17 for the Warriors. That's a little more challenging percentage to calculate. You got that one?
93.7. I have no idea. But I am going to check it.
I say it with confidence and they'll believe you.
.88.
Not bad.
I was off by 5. As a coach, that's Melissa again.
She can't miss.
She's on fire. That's going to conclude the first half of our doubleheader with the Lady Chargers beating the visiting West Michigan Christian Warriors 48-17. I was going to ask you there, now as the Chargers go to 11-0, Dan, what are some of the keys, do you think, to Coach Kaptein getting ready for the tournament. You've had some good runs in the tournament. What are some of the main focus points?
Yeah, I think, you know, a season is it's a long season. You got several months, and you can't push 100%, push hard the entire time. So he's got to pick his point here, where, you know, there's been development, there's been growth throughout the season, but when do you really dial everything in and really make that push towards the postseason? That's going to be something that Coach Kaptein's going to have to consider. And this team's dialed in pretty well, but, you know, they've got a lot of room for growth and improvement as well before tournament time. So I'm excited to see what happens over the second half of the season and what kind of run they can make come tournament time.
Well, we sure enjoyed bringing that game to you. Final score, Covenant Christian 48, Western Michigan Christian 17. We're going to get ready for the boys game, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a little while.